Hello, guys, and welcome to yet another episode of How to Raise a Reader series. Now, in the last podcast, we discussed how to read with your toddlers, and in this episode, we shall discuss how to keep the habit going. Because obviously, every habit is cultivated so that it can grow. So, first, you need to understand who are emerging readers. That magical breakthrough moment when your child shows an interest in letters and begins to make out words on a page or in the world itself happens at different ages for different children, even within the same family. Most parents describe a long period in which a child can't keep letters straight or identify words. Then a quick burst of comprehension followed by more regular but still sudden leaps. It really can seem like magic. So don't rush it. Some strategies to support your emerging readers. First, mix it up. When children start to pick out words, allow them to read to you some of the time. But reading time shouldn't be strained, exhausting, or it shouldn't feel like they are giving a test. At first, try pointing to words you know to your child so that they can recognize it and have him or her read them. When your child knows more words, try reading alternating pages. Second, don't abruptly withdraw your reading services. Being read to is an enormous comfort and part of your bond, and you don't want to convey to your child that becoming an independent reader jeopardizes that together time. Continue reading aloud picture book favorites and some more sophisticated books they can't read on their own yet. Third, every child learns to read at a personal pace. Every parent needs to understand that they do not need to rush things. There is no correct age for independent reading and no special formula for getting every child to read by, say, the age of 5.5. In fact, few 5-year-olds are ready to do full-on independent reading, even if many kindergarten programs are structured towards that goal. If you've been focused on raising a reader all along, you can feel confident that your child is taking the steps towards independent reading at the pace that's personally right. Fourth, don't make reading a work. Your child may already be under a lot of pressure to learn at school because that is what they are taught there. So reading at home should be beautiful, fun, curiosity quenching, and inspiring. It's great if you can help support your child while learning to read, but your most important job is more profound. It is to foster a love of reading, and if they are under pressure, they will not love reading. So don't put it on yourself to make your child hit particular targets. Fifth, check in with the teacher. Talk with your child's teachers. But don't get nervous if your student is not reading at the same level as his or her peers. Late readers often grow up to become better and more enthusiastic readers. That said, if you or your child's teacher suspects a reading challenge, like dyslexia, get a formal evaluation done. Your child may be under more stress about learning to read than you realize. Now let's talk about early readers. As your child begins to read independently, your role expands. Keep reading with your child, but also supply a steady stream of books that are appealing and have a lot of positive vibes and good conversations about reading and books in general. Ask, what are you reading? Make this question a big part of your life. When you are with your child and a friend, ask what the friend reads and start a conversation. Your child may want to read what friends are enthusiastic about. Here is a quick tip. Ask other parents what their children are reading and offer to swap books. Before I end this podcast, a few words about Harry Potter. Don't push Harry Potter too early. We love Harry Potter, but also feel that there is no reason to read Harry Potter out loud to your child. If children are attracted to fantasy, they will come to love Harry so much, they'll want to read the books on their own. In other words, Harry Potter is the dessert, not the vegetables. So the Harry Potter books should ideally be introduced to your children at around 5th grade, because the first few series are fit for 5th grade students. Hope this information was helpful. Keep listening and exploring. And in the next episode, we will explore why is your child a reluctant reader. Sometimes you will try your best to make them read a book, but there can be various reasons why they run away from reading. We will explore one of very important reasons because of which small children run away from books, and we'll try to find a solution to it too. So stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for listening.